Hi,
I'm Kasapa from Creative Tech, and you are
I'm Bright. Etornam Sono. Yeah,
right. Etornam Sonu.
yeah,
Okay, so I can call you Bright.
yeah. I'm Bright.
Okay, so who is Bright? Just a brief.
Say Bright is a flutter developer based in Accra, Ghana, and he's very passionate about community work. Uh, Bright is someone who likes talking about flutter and teaching others everything he knows about flutter.
Nice. He's very passionate about community work, so you should follow him. We'll talk about his social media handles later in the video, but for now, let's dig in. So, talking about community works, uh, how close is GDG to your heart or to your personality?
Okay, so the interesting thing was, I think my first talk ever was actually from GDG Accra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had a friend, Oliver Mensah. He invited me. I think it was a Google I/O extended, and he was like, I mean, they need someone to talk on Flutter, and I was like, fine. So I mean, that was like my first talk ever, and I mean, ever since, I mean, I had lots of opportunities to talk at events, and I mean, so I was saying that's basically the beginning of my journey contributing to the community. Yeah. So
Nice.
I mean, it's very close to me. Yeah.
I see. So, why Flutter?
Okay. So before Flutter, I used to do native Android and using Java. And I mean, anyone who they've tried this platform will know the pain you have to go through in implementing like a very basic feature. Something like just scrolling through a list. You have to create back then you have to create an adapter. You have to create your probably your view model. You have to create your UI. You have to now pass your UI into your code. It's a whole lot of work, right? But in Flutter, with just about 4 lines of code, you've basically achieved that.
Oh,
So
wow.
I mean, the question is, if you don't want this, what else do you want? Yeah.
If you don't want Flutter, what else do you want? So recently we heard about your new role, Google Developer Expert in Flutter. Can you tell us a little about that?
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, recently I got I got accepted for the Google Developer Expert in Flutter and that, and I'll say it's been an interesting journey, um, and I'm very thankful for I mean everyone who actually helped me during this journey, especially like Maureen. So Maureen is also a GDE based in Germany, but she's from Kenya. Yeah, and I mean she basically took me and mentored me like um, showed me how to basically uh, actually record my talks because at first I just give my talks and that's it. I don't record it anywhere. I don't have any track record of it. So I mean, she very taught me. I mean, that's actually wrong. I should keep record of every talk that I
Yeah.
give, every article that I give. I should have something like the community profile, right? Like everything about you that you learn for the community. And I mean, that's been it. She gave me really strong like advice that I actually followed and it all worked out. And I mean, I'm really grateful, although I'm still getting used to the whole concept or the whole idea, because I mean, sometimes I still write my name without the GDE, and someone told me, hey, like add the GDE to it. So yeah,
I see. So how long did it take you to get this far?
so for my tech journey, I think so I started like tech when I was in level 300, which is probably about 7 years now. But for professional like journey, I'll say probably like 5 years. And for majority of these 5 years, I've been doing Flutter. So I'll say it has taken me like 5 years to actually get here. Yeah. But I think the only thing that I didn't know was that I mean I could have applied later. I've applied earlier. Sorry, but I mean I didn't know this. I didn't know that. I mean, there's something like that. So some of us, it was just all our passion, like giving out. until we actually got to know that, okay, there's this opportunity out there that you can actually, I mean, it will broaden your portfolio, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say 5 years, but I mean, you're still here. So
Wow. So, did you learn programming from school? As in, were you doing a program that is related to IT?
yeah. So I actually did IT management in UPS
Okay.
for my diploma, and that was where I got introduced to programming, right? The concept of programming. And I mean, we back then we had some really good lecturers that uh, I think they were software engineers themselves, so they
Oh,
actually know
wow.
exactly what to teach you. Like Dr. Deher, I mean, he has actually influenced my career so much. I don't even know if he knows it himself, but he basically taught us Java, right? And I mean, Java has been my first language, so I mean, moving from there, I back then in my class, I think I was the only one who actually took the programming serious. Yeah, and like you say, I took it to World Cup. So yeah, I mean, moving forward, I decided to venture into other languages. I did some web, I did PHP, and I moved up to Java like full time, doing Android and Spring Boot before I later discovered Flutter, and then moved to Flutter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, growing up, has tech always been your thing? Like, this is my goal in life, or like you just happen to find it when you got to school or something?
Yeah, I'll say. So initially, I wanted to be an electrical engineer. So uh, my 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 dad, like back then, he owns an electrical shop. So I was so much into electricals and electronics. So my secondary school actually did technical, and I did electronics and electricals, right? So that was actually my focus, right? The electricals and electronics. And so I actually got to UPS and I got introduced to the concept of programming. And it was interesting. So from UPS, I went to AIT, Accra Institute of Technology. And I mean, that was when I actually met other programmers because now in AIT, I would say 80% of the student population are foreigners. So like Nigerians, Cote d'Ivoire, and I mean, you're meeting different programmers from different countries, right? So I mean, that was what actually started moving me so much because now I have people that I can ask questions. I can approach that. Okay, I have this problem and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice. That's nice. The conversation is getting interesting, but we'll still have to wrap up. So, any last words for our audience?
Okay. One thing I'll say is a lot of people either they are shy or I'll say generally Ghanaians. I mean, we are shy, right? I mean, we are shy people, and we don't like to put ourselves out there. Because I know there are lots, there are even like better programmers than me that they may even deserve this position. Uh, but I believe that one thing that set me apart from them is I was willing to share what I know, right? That's one thing I realized that most people don't, either they don't know how to or they don't want to, advise them to actually do it. I mean, the only way you can actually prove you know something is if you're able to teach someone. If you're not able to teach someone a particular thing, you don't actually know it. That's the thing. So sharing. That's it.
Share what you know in order to know more. Your social media handles, please.
Uh, so on Twitter, I am underscore I am Etornam. The same as Instagram, I think. On GitHub, the same thing. I am Etornam. And where again on LinkedIn, just Bright Etornam.
So note that he's ready to share what he knows and mentor you alongside. So if you need any assistance, do get to him on social media, and I'm sure
Oh
you
yeah,
reply, right?
yeah. I'll just
Yeah.
reply.
So thank you very much for joining us today. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and see you next time. Bye.